All right, we're ready to go. We're going to continue on with our quest to get all the resources we need to do the base for parts. We're really not looking at the space elevator parts yet, but we're looking at the stuff that we need to build the space elevator parts and the stuff we need to build that. I guess we could switch over to the modeler here real quick and just take a quick peek. This is really the areas that we're focused on right now. We've been working on the aluminum quite a bit. We need 1,500, and actually, as of the last stream, we're making enough scrap for 1,500 aluminum ingots per minute. 1,560. I believe. And we'll be using this all-clad aluminum casing, the all-clad casing recipe, alternate recipe, to make almost 1,200 aluminum casings, which we'll use in a bunch of different places. We'll use them in the fused modular frames. We'll use them for the radio control units and the cooling systems. Oh no, actually cooling systems we're going to use... Oh, we will. We're going to use heat sinks for cooling systems, but we're going to use this alternate recipe heat exchanger to make the heat sinks, which uses casings. So we're heavily focused on casings in this build, this playthrough. And because we're using the all-clad recipe, it gets us more casings per ingot. We will... Let's go back to the game here. We don't really have a lot of copper right here. There's some copper around. I can't remember. It's a couple hundred meters over there. But back up at the other base over here, we have a pure copper node, and so what we're going to do is we'll convert these. This is scrap right now. This is making scrap. This is making scrap. But this little one right here, this is actually making ingots. This is the test facility from that impure node over there, the impure bauxite. We're up here at a pure bauxite node, which, as you can see, is running non-stop. And that's because we're producing aluminum scrap down there. Let's just go ahead, head on over. And you'll see that our aluminum scrap production seems to be solid as rock now. No gaps in the line. So each side here, it's actually the first four are making this bottom belt, and then the top belt here is coming from these last four. And we can see here, 99%. Okay, well, not 100, but close enough. 99. That one's at 100. This guy's at 100. This guy's at 100, and what? This guy right here. So we're doing pretty good. We actually are using way more water than we need. Kind of forgot about the recycled amount of water when I set up those extractors. This is part of our blueprint that we're using for the spine right down the middle here for carrying our inputs and outputs. And these are all blueprints. But now what we need to do is take the scrap that we're producing right here and stop putting it in a sink, and then we'll use 3 of these basically to convert them into ingots. We also brought the train down here on the last stream. We're not actually doing anything with the train yet. I did take a ride back to the base on it, so we know that it's all connected and working. But yeah, what the goal first thing we want to do this morning on this stream is take all of these scrap, convert them into ingots, and get them on that train. And then we'll take them up there, and from there we'll convert them into aluminum casings using the alternate all-clad casing recipe. So I guess we can start with this. I believe this is the 10, and we need basically 30. Don't need that laying around. But I think it's actually on the smaller blueprint designer, so let's load that up. Make one of these over here. And oh, I don't have any power out here. Just need some flying juice. And I think, not sure if it's in here or if it's, yeah, it's this one right here. So this is enough. This is the exact right amount for 3 blueprints, but we're doing 8. So I think what we'll do is 30 of these. Actually, we could do 12, but that doesn't really, the math is not great for 12. So anyway, let's try this. 780 is the number of ingots that we want, and so obviously we have 1560 because it's 2 scrap per ingot. 2 scrap, 1 ingot. And the default recipe is 60 in. So 1560 divided by 60 is 26, which is actually what we're running up there. But 26 is not a nice and even number. So we have 10 here. So we could do 26 divided by 30, and that would be 86. What if we did 26 divided by 32? 36. Looking for a nice round number, but not really getting one. Okay, well, I guess we'll go with 30. So 86.67%. So yeah, I kind of left the space here to give us some room for logistics. So I guess we're fine like this. Generally, I kind of don't like to put the floor on. So I'm debating whether I should remove the floor, and then adding the ceiling is always nice. So yeah, if we do this 86%, then we need 3 floors, 3 layers of this exact blueprint. So what we'll do, let's get rid of this floor. Or should we leave it? It's already here, so let's just leave it. But we do want to add a ceiling with lights. And we don't have good lighting. We actually did make... How did we do it? I guess we did it manually. Because we already have this basically set up. Okay. I think I know what we're going to do. Clear this. We'll load the generic one, which hopefully doesn't have a floor, but it probably does. Generic. We could always do it from scratch. So this one has a floor on it, yeah. Yeah, so this is the way I don't like to put floors on these things, because once they have a floor on them, it's really difficult to get the floor off if you don't just rebuild the entire thing. What happens, you can, you know, place the blueprint in and then press the, hold and press down, page down to move it down. But what happens then is it actually moves it below the area of the blueprint designer. And then when you save the new blueprint, it'll basically be empty because that space, even though it's just white space, is actually outside of the designer area. So yeah, that's why I don't like to put floors on. Kind of don't want to rebuild this whole thing either, though. So let's do this. Let's use... These are going to be shared output because it takes 2 inputs to 1 output. So we're going to share the output. We always have the outputs flowing back towards us, and the console is always here. So that's how we maintain our orientation. That's got 1 meter on this side, 1 meter on this side. Now we will put this glass frame foundation down. That's right in the corner. We're going to go vertical. Bring it all the way up. And we're going to go 3 high here, but we need to have room for our ceiling light, which we'll put probably right here. So we'll go ahead and do another layer right on top. Make sure it's the right direction. Go back to Zoop. So that looks pretty good there. It's easier to put the ceiling lights on before you put the machines in. So that's what we're going to do right now. And I like to have the power towards me. We're just going to center it on these. That should be good. It looks like we have about 1 meter there and about 1 meter there. I think everything looks centered. It doesn't matter if you try to delete the blueprint designer, it won't actually delete. Okay, so let's just get rid of this. And now we have a ceiling. Should wire it too, I guess. It's always easier to do before the machines are in. Okay. So this is a 4x4. How tall was it? 11 meters? 10 meters? I think it was 11. So that's 10. Yeah, so it's 11 meters. And we'll save it into architecture. Ceilings. 4x4. 11 meter. With lighting. Okay. Now we can clear it, and we'll load that. This one here. Now we should be able to put that ceiling on. Texture. This one. So make sure these are lined up the same. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, I think I'm fine with this. Now, because we have the floor here, it gets a little bit weird, but we should be able to just load that other blueprint. And pop it down right on top. And we'll go down one, and then, I don't know, is it gonna have two? Does it overwrite the one that exists in that space? I don't know, I guess we'll find out here. Just plop it down. So if I delete one of these, yeah, there's still two there. Well, that's not good. Okay, so let's do it like this then. Get rid of that. And since this is now broken, let's get rid of that too. And yeah, so my original thought was to delete this, and so that's what we're going to have to do. We'll just save this as a temporary one, because we can never really get rid of this space here. This is why you don't add foundation to your blueprint. This is actually based on a pretty old blueprint from this playthrough, so that's why I hadn't soaked into my brain at that point that shouldn't be doing it this way. So I think that's it. We get them all. And we're just going to save this as, we'll call it 10 smelters. We want to just put it into the undefined. Because this is the temporary one. Okay. Now we will load. Got to do these weird gymnastics with blueprints. If they just had cut and paste, all of this would be unnecessary, but I guess they don't really want to add cut and paste. This is reasonable. Hey! Emperor Ice Penguin. I really wish the blueprint area was larger. If Satisfactory had blueprints like in Factoria, it would be amazing. Yeah, you know, it's all in service of balance, I guess. That's, you know. Yeah, the thing that kind of sucks is that you do get I mean, okay, it's probably not large enough for you, and probably not large enough for a lot of people, but you do get that Mark III. But at the point you get the Mark III, it's basically the game's over anyway. It's a little bit annoying, but you know, I kind of take it as a challenge. How much can I squeeze into what I got? And you know, like, it's really, for me, it's all about how can I make these things modular and easily connectable, like this little blueprint here, which I use to connect all of these blueprints. And so, yeah, it's not like I can plop the whole thing down at once, but I try to optimize it so that I can, you know, pop down a bunch of modules and connect them really quickly. So let's see. Let's get that ceiling. All right. So now, what we'll have to remember is we're going to need to use the page down when we put this new temporary one on here. Otherwise, it'll be floating above the ground. So now we'll load that temporary one we just created, this one here, and you'll see, yes, they are floating, but we can hit this down button right there. And now it will be on there. Seems like, oh yeah, let's scooch it all the way to the back so it matches what's underneath. And this actually should go here, maybe? Okay, that looks good. And we want 3 layers of this, so we'll load up another ceiling. You like clear belt lines and conveyors, and with how I build the MK1, MK2 are useless. Yeah, totally get it. The Coffee Stain also does, because basically every time you unlock a blueprint, Ada chastises players for wanting larger blueprints. It's kind of funny. They clearly know. But, you know, they consider it a game balance thing, I guess. So I think this looks good. Are we going to be able to fit another one? Uh-oh. Well, I don't know. Hopefully this one will fit. I don't know. We'll see. We may have to actually switch to the Mark III. Oh, yeah. Speaking of blueprints not fitting, yeah, it looks like we're going to have to switch to the Mark III, or Mark II, I mean, to finish this. I do have an additional 1 meter gap here at the top that I could get rid of, and that would allow it to fit. That would mean I'd need to make another ceiling. Oh, wait. I forgot. I have to press the down button. Okay, this is good. We can do it this way. This last floor won't have a ceiling on it, but we can just put it on after we lay it down. Okay, I think this is good. I'm pretty happy with this. So our overclocking is going to be 86.6667. And aluminum scrap is the recipe that we want. You can share blueprints. I am not sure if you can on console, but on PC you can. I mean, it's not built into the game. You have to copy the files yourself. I guess I should turn the light on here. I don't know if I did these yet or not, but what the heck, we'll do them again. Should probably just verify everybody's set properly. One thing about blueprints is test, 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 check, check, check. Last thing you want to do is lay down 100 of these and have an error. Like this. Oh, I guess I haven't done this floor yet. So 86, 86, 86. Okay, that floor is correct. And I'm pretty sure that we can't get another roof on this. But we can just check. Yeah, we're totally outside the area. And even if we bring it in, yeah, not gonna work. That's fine. Okay, so this should be 780 ingots per minute is what this thing can do. So let's save it like that. This gets a new name, 780, and it's going to go into the same folder, same icon. All right. And yeah, when I say test, that's basically how I do it. This is my test setup for that blueprint and this blueprint and this blueprint. And that's why the pipes look like they do. I don't really even care. I'm going to delete all of this stuff. But I want to get it down in an area where I've got all the parts that I need. I got the bauxite, I got my crude, I got my water here, so that's why I'm doing it here. And I want to run them, and in this particular case, this number right here is the most important. This is a recycled water blueprint, and this problem right here is what happens is it builds up when you're building the scrap. You get too much water, and then that will block. And so that's the one that I really care the most about for this blueprint, and everything's running at 100 and there's no extra water. If you see 47 water here, you're screwed. But we see 0 water except for when it's running, so that's great. And then they're all running at 100%. That means the thing is working well. I'll just show you how I solved it in this case. This was the trick right here, this valve. So valve pointing that direction so nothing can flow back. And then it's also set to, it's like 28.25 or something. It doesn't show 29.25. It doesn't show the 0.25, but I believe that, you know, I don't know for sure whether or not it's actually accurately preventing any more than that from flowing. So, but once I did that, then it started working. So yeah, the output here comes into this one. And so this one's making 68.25 plus that 29.25 gets us to the 97.5 that we need here. Yeah, anyway, gotta test your blueprints over and over and over again. So that's what we're gonna do with this guy right now. We just created it, and it's kind of a shame that this guy's running perfectly, and as soon as I delete these and put that blueprint down, it's going to probably mess up my perfect balance, but whatever. It'll come back into balance eventually. Question is, where are we going to put it? Actually, right here looks pretty good. Should fit right here, no problem. Need to get rid of these flying wires. Hopefully nothing is dependent on that. And I guess we'll put it up at the same height as this. This is the subfloor down here, so... $780. And we'll go this direction. What are we missing? Quick wire? We must have run out of quick wire out of the bin that we were getting it from. We have some more quick wire around somewhere. We just don't have it in a depot at the moment. I have a tendency to put depots on these spare bins that I have laying around. And then they run out. And then I'm stuck out in... Oh, the sun's coming out good. So we did have quick wire in this one, and that's probably empty now. It is, so let's get rid of it. We had another bin over here with quick wire in it, but that appears to be gone. So it looks like we don't have any quick wire at the moment. We'll just steal it from right here. Right here is fine. And we're going to put a smart splitter on this. And we'll overflow to the right. Put it in the bin, put a depot on it. Alright, and then we'll grab a bunch of quick wire while we let that thing fill up. Whoops. That should be enough. I did upgrade both my stack size and the upload speed. I think it was in the last stream or the stream before that, so we're getting... Our depots are much more useful these days. Wait, that's not the way I want to go. That's alright, we can still get there from here. There's a lot of purple slugs here I haven't picked up yet. So this is the new train station we added yesterday. And we want to put our 780 ingot plant down. We can build it now, that's good. And we're going to bring it up here. And so the inputs are on the sides. Oftentimes I would make an adapter blueprint for this, but I'm not going to right now. I'll just do it by hand. So that means we're going to bring this guy here. Let's put some floor holes in. These floor holes do not work very well with blueprints and vertical splitters. I have lots of problems with this. So that's another part of the reason why I'm not going to make an adapter blueprint for this. Basically have to rebuild these every time I try to do it, the blueprint. Ceiling light is in the way. Alright, we may have to skip the floor holes. I don't really care about clipping, but, you know, if I can make it look nice, then I will. I'm not gonna go way out of my way. So this is a splitter. Can we get this? We should be able to. Oh, come on. Oh, it's rotated the wrong direction. Okay, cool. It does it. Another splitter right here. And we're gonna unpaint these. Get in here and get this belt. Okay. So that's the input for the right-hand side. And we're doing, you know, we have a full belt, 780. So we have to do 2 belts, of course, because that's the fastest belt we've got. I mean, even if we had the Mark 6, it wouldn't be enough. So that's why we have the shared output. And we sample this belt, then we won't have to paint it. Or unpainted. Okay. I think we're good. Now we need to do the inputs. Oh, excuse me, I mean the outputs. And so since it's output, we will merge. Yep. More unpainting. Actually, we don't unpaint this one. This one we do chrome. It can barely tell the difference, but the aluminum ingots are a little bit shinier than the scrap, in my opinion, or at least that's what I tell myself, so that's why I do that. Really can't even tell the difference, but whatever. Okay, cool. So, really just need power. And lighting. This thing full? Yeah, it is full. I usually put the power pole on the front, but apparently I have it on the back this time. That is in the wrong spot. Did I just disconnect our power? Yes, I did. Squeeze me? You're getting your power from there? Okay, well, at least these guys are still alive, I think. This one? Yeah. Bro, what's your deal? I don't want to have to kill you. Alright, let's upgrade this one. That's what we'll do. Okay, lights and power. We don't have a ceiling on this thing. Let's put a ceiling on it too. Texture, 4x4 with lighting. Rotated the wrong direction. That looks correct. So we need to do it on this one. Let's put a lighting control on here too. Okay, it's working. Okay, now we just need to do some belts. So this belt here is going to go to our train station. And we're going to reconfigure how these work. We're actually not shipping anything right now, but I think what we want is our ingots to be in the first car. In the other station, we have casings on the first car, but it makes sense that ingots are in the first car because that's the more base resource type. So, it's the cleanest way to get over there. What happened? That's what happened. Oh, it's a little bit off center. I guess we could do this. And we'll use a floor hole here. Will this go? Oh, wrong direction. Probably won't go this way, but we'll try it. Oh, we're also... Oh, that sucks. We're one off the ground there. But I'm not going to change it right now. So we'll just match it here. I think we're going to have to do this, though. That's fine. Doesn't bother me at all. Chrome. All right. And then from here, we do want a buffer box. And it's going to be on this first one. Get it nice and snug. Actually, we can just do this. I think this will work just fine. And we'll put a through hole right here. This is not lined up. Output. You still not lined up? Okay. Chrome all the things. All right. I think we're good here. Now we just need to get the scrap from here into here, and this whole thing should come alive. 86.67 is what we want. This middle one needs to stay because it's got the polymer resin byproduct. But this top one and this one here need to get routed over here. So we might have to do the short trick for this guy. I mean, we don't have to. We could do the... I prefer the short trick. I don't know... How do we do the short trick? So basically, we will put down a merger right here. Not sure exactly what the right spacing is for this, but... And then put this guy down here and here. And then put this one on here and rotate it this way? No? Spacing is probably not correct. There it goes. That should work. Unpainting. Now, do we need another shorty trick for this? I think so. So this is definitely the wrong height. So we'll do it right here, I guess. I don't know if that distance is okay or not. This is kind of a new thing for me, so I haven't really done this very much, but I do like doing it. but that's why I don't really know what the correct distances are. There we go. Shit, I deleted the wrong one. Alright. Was it here? Am I lined up? I am lined up. Okay. Then we just want to get into straight mode, which we are in, and we want to get that little tag in there also. Ooh, wait, I thought we were at the right height. Okay, well, whatever, I'm not going to complain too much about it at the moment. I guess it was a little bit lower. This is unpainted. This. Okay, now we need to do the same thing for this guy, and we can actually, we're gonna have a little bit of clipping here. Don't pay any attention to that. Just avert your gaze. If that offends your sensibilities. Oh, yeah. So this one, where do we want this? Guess right here. Clean. Bingo. We got ingots. Yeah, so we desperately need to get a sink going over here, or the whole thing is going to come to a halt. Can we fit our overflow onto this? We need a smart splitter. No, not blueprint. Oh, thank you. So we'll say overflow to the left. And get our sink. That's not gonna work. We got lots of time here. We just gotta beat that. So what we want to do is get this snapped. Maybe if we just put it back on, it'll snap. No, you don't want to snap. Okay, that's fine. We'll do it the hard way. It's not that hard. There we go. Now we got to snap. You gonna auto-connect for me? Where should we go for power here? We don't really have any official power over here. Oh, we do have this guy. Let's, where's this train station connected? I don't even see where it's connected. Is it connected? Huh. So just connected because it's on the track? I thought train stations needed their own power. Is it going right through the building? I guess maybe you don't need power if the other end's powered? Well, so if I connect this to the train station, does this have power? Okay. We're still going to do this. We still want to get some official power down. We're going to delete all of this temporary power at some point. And official power, we use Mark II. Okay, sync is on. So, in theory, when that thing fills up, did we get the overflow set? No, we didn't set the overflow. That's good that we did, but we deleted it and put it back down, and that's why I need to reset it. Okay, so in theory, we should be good. Okay, let's just let's make this none, and then everything should be going in here. Can't see because it's... Oh yeah, it's making its noise. So, any forward. Alright. Well, that's it for the aluminum ingots, it looks like. And we didn't really even have any downtime, I don't think, over here when we switched over. This belt is still nice and solid. Both belts are solid. I suppose we can go check the 100%. 100%? 100%? Another 100%? Oh my goodness. So beautiful. And this one? Oh, that's Coke. Did I look at this one already? No, that's not Coke. This one right here is 100. Another 100. Oh my goodness. Everybody? Yes, everybody's operating at 100%. Beautiful. Perfectly balanced. Would never ever falter. I think I will. I guess we got rid of our power on this thing, huh? Looks like there's a hard drive right here. I don't know if I got this one before. I don't think I got it. I missed the stinky rock. I get a hard drive for myself. Nice little reward for a job well done. Anything else here that we care about? Let's just get rid of that so it stops smoking. Yeah, the rest of the loot can just stay. We don't care about it. And we'll go ahead and get rid of this. Should probably start cleaning up over here. We're going to definitely use this impure bauxite right here. But this is the temporary factory to test the blueprints. So, and I don't really feel like cleaning up right now. We'll have a special cleanup day where we clean up all this stuff. But I think we're good on this for now. What we should do is get a train set up to take this up to the other factory up there. But we do need to go reconfigure that other train station because it's expecting to load casings on the first freight platform. And what we want to do is unload ingots on that platform. Which kind of sucks because we are actually using the first platform in two other places for casings. So that means we got to go change those as well. One of them shouldn't be a problem. But the other one might be tight. I don't know if we have space or not. Let's just go check that one first. It's all the way on the other side of the map. At the computer factory. Is this going to get us there? Maybe we'll just stop at the base and take another hypertube to get us there. Not that hypertube. So that's a test train there. That's probably... We have two of them, so I'm not sure which one that one is. Okay, this should get us over to the computers. There's our power plant. Heavy modular frames right there. Computers are over here. We did get the train ran. This is the... We're bringing casings over here, and we're going to build radio control units over here somewhere. We have crystal oscillators right here. Circuit boards there. Computers right here. Okay, yeah, we already have two on here, so that's cool. We can switch this over. So I think this is probably full of casings, which it is, and we want to make casings this one. So we'll make that unload. We don't really have to do anything about this right now. We just want to make sure that this one's set to unload, so when we add that second car, when we move casings on the train to the second car, it can move into here. And we'll deal with that in a little bit. Okay, so now we'll go to the aluminum factory, the old aluminum factory. I mean, it's a couple days old at this point, so... Not the one that we built yesterday, but the one we built 3 days ago. Yeah, actually at the base we need to reconfigure that train station as well. So there's 3 train stations we have to reconfigure. So this is the original aluminum factory. And the new one is based on this. We just take one of these, one of these, one of these, and 2 of these. And put them in a blueprint. This one was actually made from blueprints, but they were kind of generic blueprints. And the problem is it's a little bit tough to I mean, it's not tough. It's just labor to do all the piping. So the whole reason why we made the single blueprint was to optimize the ability to place these down quickly and get aluminum factories up and running. There's actually 3 pure nodes over in the desert, which we will eventually grab. But this is enough to get us through our plans for phase 4, I believe. Anyway, what we have is this guy right here. This is why we're here, because we have this pure copper node, and we're going to switch this over to offload ingots. Before, we were just putting sheets, which we're not making anymore, and casings into these 2, but we're going to switch this one to unload, actually, and we're going to unload ingots from this one. So that means let's just switch it to unload right now, and then we'll make a couple boxes over here where we can put these ingots or these casings in. And junk box. Who are you? This is a dinosaur train. He doesn't do anything. He just goes from station to station. He's literally the first test train. Okay, so grab these. All right. So now this guy can, oh, we'll have to move the box because he's no longer a load. He's now an offload, unload. We do need to go back to the base also. What is this doing? Just sitting here by itself? We need to put a block signal right here, actually. That's good. Oh wait, we broke something with that. Did I put it on the wrong side? There we go. Okay. What are you doing? You're carrying casings? This guy's going to the computer. So he's going to unload those into that box, probably, which is great. That way we can get him cleared off. He needs another freight car. And then this one, we need to get rid of these also. Okay, because this is going to be casings now. First car will be ingots, second car casings. And the ingots in this case are going to be unloading. And I guess we got everything out of here. Oh, a little bit more left. And we can get rid of these. We don't need these. Okay, we're all clear. And the belts are clear. This is Dinosaur Train again? You're back already, huh, bud? Okay. Alright, let's go back and get those ingots on that other train. But, no, we need to go back to the main base first before we do that. We need to reconfigure that station also. I think that's the last one. We are going to take casings over to the heavy modular frame station as well, but I don't think we're doing that yet. We can just jump over there real quick and see. So we don't want what y'all doing here? Are we blocked? Why are you blocked? Next stop is unreachable. Is that because Aluminum North, what did I break? Okay, well, I'll figure that out. I mean, I did change that one signal. Just get rid of that. We probably should just sync all this stuff. Okay, this station is empty. This one's empty. Man, we got a lot of casings here. Then that's empty and this is empty, okay. So this is now, we're gonna delete this one and we will put a empty platform here. Because we don't, at least currently, want to offload ingots at this base. And this is the casing station. So I guess what we need to do is go figure out what's going on with our signal. I mean, I did put that one additional block, but it seemed like I fixed it. I don't know. Oh, I forgot my stuff. I guess we'll go... Let's go this one first. That one's still running. Dinosaur Train, I think it's just going to heavy modular frames in there, so that's the reason why, maybe? What's happening here? Oh, I bet you it's the power. It might be the power. I might have deleted a pole that was powering it. We don't have trains on. No, they're still blocked. Train is waiting unusually long at a signal. Signal error may have occurred. Okay, yeah, sure. We knew that. Okay, well, this guy's... At least he's plugged in, so maybe that wasn't what the problem was. I mean, that train doesn't matter, so just delete it, but... Cliffside aluminum. Okay, well, we can get here. I mean, we can go delete that block if that's... Just delete this thing. That might be what was causing it. I'm gonna delete this train. These two are still... This train is kind of meaningless. It's not doing anything, so we'll just get rid of it. And we kind of don't really need this one either. Turn the ores off. Okay, well, Not sure what was the deal with that one train, but nobody's blocked now, so let's go and do what we wanted to do, which was bring the ingots up to the cliffside facility. I think should be good. And we should be able to place a train anywhere and make that work. Let's just do it right here. So we just need one engine facing this direction, and we need a single freight car. And we'll change it. This is going to be Ingot Express. And it's going to go to Aluminum North first, and then Cliffside Aluminum second, and go. Next stop's Unreachable. Okay. Does it make sense? How do we make the... Oh, A and D. Is that gonna break it for other people? No, they should be able to do it on their own, I guess. Okay, what if we change our timetable now? What do you mean next stop's Unreachable? Is it because of that? So that signal is saying... Okay, so it's definitely a signal thing, and it might be that one right there. What did I collide with? No power. Oh, there's a... What? The tree? Okay, well, I guess that explains it. I did take the train from Aluminum North up here, but maybe something is wrong with this section of the track. Oh, I bet you that's what it is that well, I don't know. That one seemed to have worked. Now let's try it again. You doing something here? Yeah, you are. Good. Go about your business. Timetable, Aluminum North, and then Cliffside. There we go. That fixed it. That little section of track was not connected. It seemed like the one on the right-hand side was, because I was able to go across it before. But it was on the way back that it wasn't, apparently. Got it down in time. So this should be our first batch of ingots. And we want to name this train. What are we calling it? Aluminum Ingot Express. Okay. So now we should be getting ingots up to the Cliffside facility where we can convert them into all-clad casings using the copper. We need to put some blocks on this track, but this is the only train on this track right now, so it's not that big of a deal. Although it will block other trains while it's waiting to get on that path. But we don't really have any heavy reliance on trains right now. They're there and they're cool, and this is actually going to be our first real production use. So we're going to be unloading ingots. Here they come. We got ingots. Looks like we had a full train. I want to zip back over there and see what our status is on our ingots over there real quick. Can we beat the train there? Doesn't look like we're going to beat it. We might be able to check the box before it docks, at least. Yeah, I think we can do that. Yep, but this box is full. This box is not quite full yet. Okay, so I think everything here is good. I'll hitch a ride back. Now we've got to decide where we're going to build this all-clad. I don't even know if we've... I know the recipe's at least in the library. I don't think we've unlocked it yet. All-clad casing. And that takes an assembler. So yeah, I removed that block signal. That wasn't actually the problem. I mean, which direction? Direction of travel is this way. Okay. I'm just going to refer to the modeler here real quick. We need 10. Unfortunately, our generic blueprint has 9. And 750. We could do 750. I mean, we can overclock. Just need to double one of them. Okay, so currently all of these ingots are going into a sink. $702? That's not right. %. Something horrible has happened. Are you the culprit? Look at this. Look at all that water in there. Maybe we'll tear this down and replace it with the blueprint. I don't know. Either way, we need to convert all those ingots into copper. Here's our copper right here. Do we have a mark? We need a Mark III on this. Do we have any in the inventory? No. So we need 3. And we're gonna make this guy Mark III. And he needs to be cranked up to 780. Okay, so all those ingots from there, all those ingots from there, and all this copper. Wait. Is that the right amount of copper? Oh yeah, it's 2 to 1 aluminum ingot to copper ingot for this recipe. Speaking of which, let's get that man back down. All clad casing is the one that we want. Okay, and then let's do 2. We'll do 2. And we can put one right here. What did I do? A little bit funky. So we don't need this coal anymore. We switched. That was from our bootstrap factory when we were using the normal recipe. Actually, the blueprint we're going to use, well, we'll set up a new version of the blueprint, actually. Let's do that. We'll put it right up here. This is actually the smaller blueprint designer. And we will load the generic. Oh, this thing is kind of ugly. It needs some love. Some serious love. In fact, basically every belt needs to be upgraded in order for this thing to work. Let's just save it as the new one first, and then we'll upgrade it. This is going to be 780 all clad casings. And the directory is going to be modular factories, aluminum. Use casing icon. Okay. And we need to upgrade every single one of these. We actually don't need to upgrade these, but we're going to do it anyway. Okay, now we need to do the belts. Okay, now we need to do these. Mark 3. This one's Mark 3. Okay. We already saved this, right? Yep. So now we need to get the recipe in there. So we said 10, but we're going to make this do a full belt. So, was it 10 total? Let me look. 10 even. For 750. But we have 780. Okay, let's just check what the we're doing. All clad casing takes 150 per minute. What? 1350. Okay, so we'll just do 780 divided by 57.78%. But let's try. Come on. So 65 times 9. 585. Okay, so it wasn't percent, it's actually so we can just put this directly in there, and that will get us the most closest. I think we can do this. Nope. 780 divided by 9. Production rate? No. Okay, by default, it's 150 input per minute. So 150 times 9 is 1350. And we want 780. So 57 point. So we should be able to put this in. No, we can't put it in here. What's my number? 57,778. $57.777778. So that'll do 86.667 per minute. Times 9. So that's what we want right there. 780 a minute. Okay. So we'll copy this. Let's put another 7 in there. Can't have too many 7s. So what does this do for our number, though? We're actually going to be short now. So we'll be getting 65 per minute. Nine. 585. I need 1,500. All right, let's go back to the modeler. I think I did something incorrect here. Oh, okay. No, we're fine. Yeah, I'm misconstruing ingots and casings here is what the problem is. So we do need 585 times 2 is 1125, I believe. $1170. That's enough. It's not 1125, but it's more than we need. So that's what. So we're good. All good. Just go ahead and verify that we got all these set to 57% and all clad casing. Trust but verify. Okay, everybody's set, correct? I'm not 100% guaranteed that we got all the belts, but let's just take another quick look. The lifts don't matter that much because they're not carrying the full load, but for consistency. All right, save it. We should probably paint it too. These are going to be making casing, so basically everything should be chrome. Uh-oh. We got a belt. We didn't update. See, that's a good thing we went and painted this whole thing. Oh. That means it's coffee time. I ran out of coffee a while ago. I've been waiting for that. For Fix-It to require me to get coffee. We gotta upgrade this belt. Oh no, is it upgraded? Okay, it's upgraded. It doesn't look like it, but just because of the black or the chrome, I guess. Okay. Everything looks good here. One more floor. All right. That looks nice. Don't see anything missing. Oh, look at this right in here. What is this? Sneaky Pete. Sneaky the Pete. Okay. Save it again. So it's gonna go, and it does have a floor, so we can get rid of the floor here. Just get rid of all of this. It's gonna go right here. We're not quite ready on the copper, so I'm gonna put down another awesome sink right here so that we don't back up. We just don't want to get these guys out of balance while we're plumbing the rest of this. You know, it's actually should go back another. So it's more in line with that one. So this is coming out right here on the bottom. This one needs to come up a little bit, and we'll put the, I don't know, we'll see what we're going to do with the copper here. These match. They don't match, but I'm not going to change it now. So we should just bring the copper right up to this third notch, because they're going to go into, I mean, we can go either way. Put the copper on the top or the bottom. What would be better for... I think we'll put this on the bottom, copper on top. so that means we just put a conveyor pole right here, go all the way up. Hopefully we can make that fit. Come on, baby. You won't let me clip right through there? Why not? Sink. Don't really care about the sink. It will go away eventually. Okay, so now we should be able to do what we want to do, which is get this guy on our line. Wait, these are not ingots. These are not copper ingots. You know what that means? You gotta delete this whole thing. I forgot we have to make ingots first. That is the beauty of blueprints, though. If this wasn't a blueprint, it would have been very tedious to remove all of those copper ore from all these belts. Okay. So we need 750 copper ingots. We have 780 ore. Let's just think about this for just 1 second. Go to the modeler. And we have a bunch of different recipes. We're definitely not doing pure because we're not bringing water up here. The only one that's really an option, this one is petroleum coke, we're not going to do. The only one that's really an option would be the copper alloy ingot. And if we had iron, that would use the same amount of iron, so we could do half. We could basically double our copper using iron. Let's just take a little quick peek on our iron situation. What did it say? It said we needed 375. Here's iron right here, but I'm pretty sure if this is normal... Oh, this is pure? Oh my. Okay. Well, I mean, it's an interesting thought, but I don't think we're going to do that. Let's see what we have. Generic constructors. This is a smelter operation. All right, how many smelters do we need? We just do the Standard recipe. $25, and we have that thing of 30. So we'll use that. We'll use the same smelter setup that we just did for the ingots. And we'll repurpose it for copper. Okay. And that's nice because it's also small. Like, it's the same footprint. It's actually a little bit larger than the than this. It's this footprint right here. What is this doing up here? Oh, that's my that's my blueprint. It's actually a little bit bigger than this because it's one additional layer. No, it's not that footprint at all. That footprint's kind of messed up. We can replace this with the new one that we just made. And just like we can replace this with the new blueprints we made the other day, so. The one we're going to use is this one. 720 all clad, but we're going to clear this and load that 720 all clad. No, that's not the one we're going to use. We're going to do the 700 pure or 780 pure aluminum. This is the one that we want. And we don't really have a category for this. So let's just keep it in aluminum because it's basically going to be used for all clad, for the copper that we're going to use for all clad, so we'll keep it in this folder. Okay, and, well, let's paint. I paint the pole copper? I did. And paint is a little bit kind of the least of my worries right now, but okay. Now we need to change the recipe, and we're just going to use the default, but What's the... I can switch it over here. Copper, 26 to 26. That might be right. We got 30. 26 times 30, 780. So we just need to change the recipe to copper, and that's all. Looks like we got a couple that didn't get painted here. All right. And we are definitely going to go check them all, because that is a very good way to wonder what the hell happened a couple of weeks later. All right. And we already saved this? Okay. So that should do everything we need to do for this. Question on this is where we should do it at, though. Because we're going to use... I mean, we need to do this process. So this one... we'll make all the copper we need for both. We're going to need to use... we're going to upgrade, or we're going to convert those ingots that we're bringing in on that train to all-clad casing, and these ingots here to all-clad casing. And we're just going to split the copper. And if we bring it over here, then we got to bring the results back. Yeah, whatever. I don't really want to bring those ingots over here. I'm going to do them over there. But yeah, I guess we can still do it here. Now's kind of the time where I wish I had created that interface. I didn't put a ceiling on it. Oh, that's right, because it didn't fit. Well, before we go on, I'm going to go get my coffee and take just a couple-minute break. So I will be right back. Okay. Let's get into this. Making good progress. We're really close to generating the 1,125 casings that we need. All we got to do is get this copper converted. I'm really starting to think that maybe we're gonna build that interface, that I/O adapter. Because if I had done it earlier, when we did the aluminum ingots, we could have just reused it right now. Did I build it into that blueprint? Because if I did, we can repurpose it. I think it's this one right here. No, I definitely didn't. Well, at least we'll put it on this blueprint, and then we can extract it later if we need to. That seems like the smarter course of action. We should have done that before. See, now this is just dumb. It won't let me snap to this because the top part's going to be up, but I don't want the top part's going to be down eventually. But I guess we can always go down here and do it from down here, but still. I mean, come on, man. Just let me do it. This input? Yeah. And let's just go ahead and paint this right away. We'll do all three of these. That's the right location. Yep. And this one is reversed. It's the output. Those are snapped. Okay, output is merged. You know, the inputs should be like green or something, but we're not going to do that. Okay, and this one gets a splitter, which is painted. And then we got to manually connect these. Those are done. Okay. Did I do this again? No, these are all on the bottom. I think one of those last time I was up a notch. Okay. Alright, save this. And that's that. Yeah. It's clipping a little bit there. That's true. It is clipping. Okay. So oh, this power pole is stuck in the wall. Nice. As you guys can probably sense that I do not care. Except for the fact that how are we going to power that whole entire floor? Wait, are we already connected? We're not. I do. I know what I know the solution to this problem. Get rid of this too. The solution to the problem is to connect it in the blueprint. And then it doesn't matter. Do we have all the lights connected too? Probably don't. There's no light on this. No ceiling. Alright. Try this one more time. Let's pop ceiling on here. Why is it red? Is that because I'm in the way? What's in the way? Just need to go up one. Okay. Need a splitter. Okay, we're ready to go now. So we're going to take well, first let's get the copper going, but then we'll get the copper going, then we'll take these ingots into here, we'll take the copper output, half of the copper output into there, and then we'll take the casings back that way onto the train. Then we do need to bring the casings and half the copper back over there, and we'll set up another one of these right here over by the train somewhere, and do the casing, do the ingots that we're bringing in, convert those back to casings, and then that's that. So step one, get this over here. Can we just get rid of this? Probably not, but let's check. Oh yeah, we can. Okay, everything should fire up here. And we've got ingots already on the belt. So we're gonna split it. Take half of them back and half of them over here. Yeah, we'll just do a short one of these and put the splitter on it. And then this one should just go right into here. Straight mode. We'll take it out of here. No big deal. All right. And then here, I think that's it right there. Looks nice. All right, let's get some paint. And paint. And we'll go with chrome or copper over here. Okay. Do we not have power? Is that our problem? We should be getting casings right away. I don't know what the cycle time is on these. 13 seconds for 15. There they come. Nice. Okay, so we need to bring those casings and half of the copper back. And I don't know where we're going to set up this next part. Probably, if we have enough room vertically here. Yeah, we could probably do it right here. I mean, we could go underneath. Let's go under. That's what we're gonna do. No, not blueprints. Logistics, floor hole. Put it right there. Okay, so casings, and then yeah, that's fine. We'll just bring it out here. Bring it over there. We'll do the casings first, and then we'll deal with the copper. That's right here. We're just going to go all the way straight out. We should have casings on this belt now. We do. Only 3. Oh no, there's a whole bunch. Guess there is a question of how fast we can carry these things out of here on the train, but it shouldn't be any problem beating 1100 per minute. I don't know. Might be tough. Guess we can have multiple trains. So this one is oh yeah. Yeah, ingots coming in and casings going out. So, which one is it? It's the top one here. Casings going out on top. All right. And this guy should be picking up our first load of casings. He's set to load. He is. All right. Now we need to get these ingots off, get some of that copper over, and convert those to casings as well. Should be pretty easy. The question is, where are we going to do it? We can do it right here. Modular factories, go down to aluminum. What are we doing? This one right here. So, just need to get our copper over here and get our aluminum over here. And we can't merge onto this belt because this belt, I believe, is totally full. Should be full, right? So ingots are coming from there. Copper. Hold up. Hold up. There we go. Okay, so what we need to do is pop a floor hole in right here. I prefer to leave a little bit of room so it doesn't auto connect, so we can actually see stuff moving on the belt. That's more than a little bit of room though, that's plenty. Need to repaint that belt anyway. So there's copper on that belt, but let's paint this while we're here. All right, and then this one. Guess we can just bring it right next to here. Let's go ahead and do the output while we're at it. It'll be the bottom one. Okay. Where's the hole? Hole's right here. But I didn't get it painted. Guess I didn't click it properly. Okay, and this one's just gonna go right next to this one. Okay, we got copper. Need to get ingots from over here. For this one, I guess we'll just Put a new one up here and run it right in. I think this was from here to here. No. Neither of them are the right spot. If I go from here to here. Is this the right height? Dang it. Well, it's not the right height, but that'll have to do. Okay, should get us casings. And then we can use one of these to get those finished casings back. We are almost there. The train is taking casings, huh? I don't know where it's going. We got casings on the belt? We do. Bingo. Bingo, bango, bongo. Why isn't this belt full? Deep question. Why isn't this belt full? guy needs more ingots. So 86.67. 86.67 times 9. So yeah. As long as the train is bringing them in fast enough, we should be okay. I don't know. I have no idea how fast they're coming in. Yeah, this brings up a good point. We do need to get another awesome sink so that the output of these casings does not block our aluminum production. Which something is definitely blocking. Yeah, look at this. Math. How does it work? So I don't know. I guess we can just check to see, is it an output problem? Looks like it might be an output problem because the output is stalling a little bit. Aluminum ingots are not filling. Here and see what this guy looks like. Yeah, he's got an ingot source problem, but 780 should be fine. I guess we'll do a little manifold Robin Hood, and we will steal from the rich to the poor. Oh, they're not. The rich is not so rich, huh? Okay. $20. $18. Why are you copper colored? I'm suspecting we have a belt. We have a slow belt, maybe? Did we not get all the belts? Look at this. Look at this guy running so slow. That's the problem right there. Bro. What are you doing? Taking a freaking coffee break here? That's probably the cause of the problem. We need to update the blueprint. Which one is that? Outclad casing? This guy right here is the one. Shiny and chrome. Why are you not painted the right color? Okay. I'm not gonna replace these. I'll just update them in place, and the next ones that we build will use the new one. Yeah, see, look at that little pokey little guy right there. All these other belts are nice and fast, and then this dude back here just taking his own sweet time. The copper should be moving non-stop too, but that could just be because we don't have enough aluminum. These guys should go to 100%. I do need to rebuild this blueprint. At the time, I didn't even realize there were vertical mergers. But vertical mergers, through holes, and blueprints don't mix. So I probably still would not use through holes, because every time I do that, I have to rebuild the whole thing after I place the blueprint, which kind of defeats the whole purpose anyway. But I don't have any problem with clipping through the floor for buggy scenarios like that. Okay, these guys are all running at 100%. We may still have belt issues. Go grab some more, steal some more of these. Actually, we'll just go over here and grab a whole bunch, and then we can hand populate, and hopefully everything will get up to full speed. How we doing? You got some casings on board? Good job, buddy. Our copper is all up. It's just we're a little behind on aluminum. So I'm just going to pre-fill everything. And we'll come back and check it in a little bit. And everybody should get up to 100 in theory. You know, when you place these new systems down, it's always a debugging phase. The design here is that these belts everything's meant to run at 780. So if you see a belt stopped like that, that means something in the chain is broken. We want to get this belt backed up. Yeah, there we go. See, it's backing up now. That's what we need. When the belt starts backing up like that, then these machines are not running out of their inputs, and they can go full speed. But if the belt backs up all the way over to here, see, these belts are backed up. That's good. Inputs should be backed up. Outputs should be moving full speed. But this input here shouldn't back up. You see, it's still kicking on a little bit. And yeah, this guy is still not running full speed. You can see he's stopping every once in a while, which is an okay thing. It's better for its output to be blocked a little bit. Oh wait, this one looks pretty solid here. This is after this merge. This is before the merge from this bottom row. And it does look really solid, actually. I think all of our copper looked pretty good. Let's just go take a quick peek here. I think when we went through, all the coppers were at 100. Oh, I just did something. Okay, copper is at 100. So these guys are up to 100 now. That's good. How we all doing? Okay, the copper looks like it's flowing nicely. Even though this belt is stuttering over here, it's this belt right here is the one that we care about. We don't want to see any stuttering on this one. And I don't really have a good place to... This is the reason why I don't like to do this auto-connect like this, because there's no... well, we can see through there, but I'd like to put a throughput monitor on it. Anyway, I can move that, whatever, it's no big deal. Let's put a throughput monitor right here, actually. And we'll put one here. So it takes twice as much aluminum as copper, so should be 360 here, I think. Oh yeah, and that reminds me, we do need to also deal with any overflow from the casings, because that will back all the way up, all the way back to these machines here. And we don't want that. We're not full yet, but we're getting close. Oh, the train's in the station. Because we have two belts, we need two sinks. Because if we merge both those sinks to both overflows to a single belt, then that belt won't be able to... I'm kind of expecting these casings to have no gaps, but we're still seeing gaps. We're not using this. We did in the bootstrap factory, but we've changed recipes, so there's no silica required for this current recipe. So we'll put the overflows right here. Oops. Not a blueprint. Placed so many blueprints that it's just my default. When I go into that menu. Okay, we need two sinks. Is there power on this? Actually, it might. Let's just do that. Dang it. We've been on the wrong one. Okay, so now if and when this thing gets filled up, any overflow should go in there. $99, 100, that's good. So we're looking good on inputs. Outputs don't appear to be blocking on any of these. This belt is 780, but there's gaps. Why? Why? Must be a math problem. 65 times 9. Oh, yeah. The math problem is that we're not actually expecting 780 out. We have 780 ingots, aluminum ingots in, but that doesn't make 780 casings. That's what the math problem is. It only makes 585 casings, and so that's why you see gaps on there. Okay. Okay. We're looking real solid. Had a very successful stream. We got our casing train, or our aluminum ingot train dialed in. We changed the way all of our stations are working. We used to have casings. This is the first car, but we decided that ingots, aluminum ingots, should be the first car because that's more base. And this guy right here is bringing in a load of ingots from our new factory down there. And so we don't have any good copper out there, so we brought it back here where we have a pure node, and we're creating the copper ingots right here from this pure node, 780 copper ingots, and then we're taking those with this guy is making 780 aluminum ingots right here, and then this number is misleading. It says 780, but it's really 585. Should probably rename that. It's taking 780 aluminum ingots, and then half of that, 360 copper ingots. And so this guy's making 780 copper ingots, and then its output is split between this guy and that guy over there. And then all of those casings are coming back and going into the second terminal. And so this guy should be taking casings here. There he goes. He's off. Let's just jump over to Aluminum North, which is our new aluminum plant. We did set it up in the last stream, but we were only making scrap, and now we're actually making the ingots as well. And then the ingots are coming along this line here. We still need to go put block signals on this line, but there's only one train on this line right now, so it's not really... It could have a little bit of blockage up there, but right now it's just this guy. He's hauling casings, or I mean hauling ingots. Let's just have a quick peek over here. Oh, we're doing okay. It's loading up. We have both of these going full speed. Those ingots are coming across here. This should be a full belt. This is our pure aluminum ingot recipe. These guys are running at 100% here. At least here they are. Look around a little bit, 100%. These last ones on the line are the ones to worry about usually. If they're not at 100%, then they're not getting fed enough. And then here we want to look at this one. So these 4 in a row are what's making the scrap, and this on the 4th one we want to see 100% there, and no water. 100%, no water. Looking good. Everybody's nice and solid. %, all the way around except this last one. Let's see. Boom. Perfect. Perfect 100%. So we got 7 to 80 bauxite from a pure node coming down here. And then 780 aluminum scrap. These first 4 are making the bottom belt, and then the next 4 blueprints. See, these are all blueprints here. This is our test setup. This is where we tested the blueprints. So we'll tear this down and then set up a real, probably set up a real one. This is just an impure node. It can only support 3, where the pure one can support 8. Well, I think that's going to do it for the stream. The really important thing here was that we got this number right here, 1125. This 1125 right here, that's the total number of casings that we need. We're actually making 1170 right now. The 585 times 2 is 1170. And that's going to feed our 7.5 heavy or fused modular frames. We're going to make 30 radio control units, and that's going to take 480 of those casings. Then we're also going to be using that for our cooling. Is this cooling system? I believe this is cooling system. Yeah, this is the default recipe. So that's going to take 90 heat sinks, but we're going to use the heat exchanger alternate recipe to make that, and so we're going to take 270 of those casings. So that was our big goal here, was to get these casings done so that we can now build our cooling systems and our radio control units, and then also the the fused modular frames, and those will all go into the next level, turbo engines and supercomputers. So once we get these two set up, then the supercomputers are easy. We're using the OC supercomputer recipe. It's a great recipe, and it also works in assembler, unlike all the other supercomputer recipes. So we like that one. And where we are now is we're just missing 5 of these. We're making 25 instead of 30. We're a little bit short on rubber as well. We're making 450 right now, and we need 540, but we do have a plan for that. We have another 400 polymer resin that we're currently sinking in our power plant, and so we will convert that into 200 rubber, and that will get us up to 650, so we'll have plenty for that. And then this is still a little bit of an issue. We have 1200 of it, real easy access right now, but we need another 112.5. So the rubber, the motors, and getting that nitrogen are the things that are left to do before we can go on and build these things. So that's where we are in the project right now. We're looking pretty good. We did all of this today. This was we got all of these casings done, so that was an important step. We intentionally made the decision to lean on casings. There's a bunch of different recipes we could use that would use more alclad sheets, but we decided to use casings. So and that's why we're using this alclad casing recipe, because it stretches our aluminum further. Anyway, appreciate the comments, appreciate the chat, appreciate the subs and the likes on YouTube videos. You can hit the bell for notifications. I stream almost every day, usually in both the morning and in the afternoons or evenings, West Coast time. So thanks for swinging by and watching the stream. Feel free to ask any questions. I'm always eager to chat about my favorite game. And that's going to be it for the stream. Thanks so much for swinging by. Let's go up here and get a little view. A little nighttime view. Okay. Bye-bye.